Okay, so this is another article on Zero Hedge that I thought was timely. Like totally Orwellian, dude. Nearly a third of Gen Z favors government surveillance cameras in every household. Nearly a third. Nearly 1/3 of Gen Z says they'd be fine with government installed surveillance cameras in every household. I mean, if you're not doing anything illegal, what are you so worried about? If the government puts surveillance cameras in your household,
Well, I just want to feel safe,
under the guise of reducing domestic violence and other illegal activity. And there wouldn't ever be any creepy, weird pedo PDF files or anything like watching you or anything like that. Wouldn't be anything like that going on. But would you favor or oppose the government installing surveillance cameras in every household to reduce domestic violence, abuse, and other illegal activity?
It's sad that we're even talking about this because that's so crazy to even think about that.
So this was a survey that the Cato Institute put on. Of the responses, 29% of those aged 18 to 29 said, sure, yeah, that would be great. As the New York Post notes, in 1791, the utilitarian philosopher Jeremy Bentham proposed building a panopticon in which people's behaviors could be monitored at all time. But Bentham's panopticon was meant to be a prison. A sizable segment of Generation Z would like to call it home. And, we referenced the word panopticon several times on the channel. The concept, it was like an open jail with a well in the middle, and the jailers could watch everything that went on from the outside, from the exterior. And that's what a panopticon is. It's basically kind of like living in a fishbowl.
Interesting.
And, Jeremy Bentham was one of these Malthusian utilitarians. And for any of y'all that watched that series Lost, that's where that hat tip was to Jeremy Bentham. When it comes to other age brackets, 20% of millennials between the ages of 30 and 44 also want everyone watch. 20% of millennials. Then wisdom appears to kick in as just 6% of Americans age 45 and older were okay with government surveillance in every home. Yeah. 6%.
Yeah.
And that's unreal. Broken down by politics, 19% of libs and 18% of centrists agreed that our daily lives should be monitored by the government for our own safety.
Yep.
Wow.
Same reason why they want to take our guns away.
Yeah.
So,
while 7 to 11% of those who identify as conservative, very conservative,
Christian,
or very liberal,
yeah,
or maybe like what was that? The previous, before they hijacked the term liberal, like the historical liberal agreed in what appears to be a horseshoe issue that unites both ends of the political spectrum. It is the middle that has the ethic of the old German secret police or the KGB. Maybe that's not surprising considering the way respectable liberal institutions now run themselves, from Ivy League campuses to the publishing industry to the digital domains of the book face. There is an Orwellian sense of perpetual emergency and irrational fear that misinformation and hate speech will overwhelm society unless every utterance is subject to a censor's scrutiny.
Yep.
Even Orwell didn't imagine newspeak would require new pronouns. And that's funny. That was in the New York Compost there. Broken down by race, 33% of Black Americans said they're fine with government in-home surveillance, as did 25% of Hispanics, 11% of whites. It must be because of their white privilege.
Yeah, stinking white people.
And 9% of Asians, respectively. The question was asked as part of the Cato Institute survey on American attitudes on the prospect of a central bank digital currency. What's interesting about that is that 53% of Americans who support a CBDC also support in-home surveillance cameras. Well, you better support perpetual surveillance because CBDC is completely and totally about absolute control. Notably, Americans who support CBDC stood out in how they think about in home government surveillance cameras. A majority, 53% of Americans who support a CBDC support the government installing in home surveillance cameras to reduce abuse or other illegal activity. So, for one, they either think, they either think that there is abuse and illegal activity going on in their home and it'll somehow stop it, or they think that there's abuse and illegal activity going on in everybody else's home except theirs. This suggests that some of the psychology behind support for a CBDC springs from an above average comfort level with trading some personal autonomy and privacy for societal order and security. What's more is those who view the Federal Reserve favorably are more likely to support CBDC. Duh. Those who view the Federal Reserve favorably are more likely to support a CBDC. And they got some bar graphs here that is very interesting. Wish I could share the bar graph, but maybe what I'll do as well is I will post this article in the show notes. But what do you guys think about all of this CBDC stuff and also the BIS using AI to stop money laundering? I would say I call hooey and philly on all of
and
that.
also we already have loads of surveillance anyway. We slice it, with the phones and the laptops and everything
The Internet
else.
of Things.
Yeah, it's just
all the smart devices.
So then why
and
would
the
you want
5G.
even more surveillance?
It's unbelievable. I mean, you
It's
almost wonder
crazy.
how there could be more surveillance because everything is drag and drop, track and trace, 5G, Internet of Things. Like your refrigerator is going to be ratting on you, your toaster.
No, straight up.
Yeah.
Like straight up, because, with those new fridges, they actually put cameras inside of them and everything. I mean, they want to put cameras on everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, and in all the vehicles now, there's just like 40,000 cameras. There's 28 cameras outside and 44 cameras inside.
Yeah.
You know how many cameras are on your phone, and some are staring back at you, and on every side, everything has a camera on it.
Always listening. Yep. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, well, and America is a prison planet, so
that's true.
And it is a private prison system that's privately held and privately owned, and the district of criminals hold the private stock and make all the money off of the private prison system. So then there's that. So what Curly Q Stooge is back. Carlos is on. Keelan RC, what's up? Mark C, how you doing tonight? Birdie Inadell, wow, haven't seen you in a while. Michelle Slack, thanks everybody for hanging out. Mark C,
tonight. Yep.
Is what we're going to be on here for a couple minutes. We have the Perpetual Lab. Well, we have the bio weapon. We somehow caught the bio weapon for the 49th time. It was really interesting. We had someone commented on Matt's last video and says they haven't been sick until they did like a deep cleanse like 4 years ago or something bizarre like that. But lucky them, I guess.
And I'm really sorry about the audio being out of sync. That's my editing software's fault, because I put it in the editing software. I watched the whole entire thing, and then when I encoded it and posted it, it must have
we've been having an enormous amount of tech gremlins.
Yeah, it's just
I can't wait till all this technology is running everything.
It's in my head. Great. It's in my head. It's gonna be great.
Nothing's gonna go bad. I mean,
awesome.
they just released the human trials for Neuralink, so there's that good news. So anybody that's looking for some good news, you know, only 10 of the 15 monkeys involved in the monkey trials like died or were maimed or speak with a lisp or whatever, or drag their back legs or whatever. So it's kind of cool that the FDA has decided that Neuralink is safe and effective. And, you know, Elon is very excited to bring us Neuralink.
Also, did you see like the crazy Apple VR headset that just came out?
James was telling me that the good fed
thing is
Marquez Brownlee, in between like pimping for the vaccine, he was talking about the Apple goggles. Yes.
Dude, it's super creepy.
Yeah.
Like it's bad.
It's awesome.
It's
and I heard
so
it costs
bad.
like $3,500 or $3,800.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, man, it's gonna be Orwellian, like sci-fi status when people are like walking around. You're not gonna be able to see their face and their eyeballs.
Yeah, artificially,
like
it virtually projects a rendered copy of your eyes on the goggles so that people think you're looking at them.
And then like
while you're
it can
doing
do
all your
FaceTime
metaverse stuff.
But then it animates your like head or whatever. It's weird and creepy, and it tracks your eyeballs and you like tap or whatever. The whole thing was like bad. It was bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So the whole thing was pretty nuts. So
there's that good news. So some good news that came out this week. Neuralink and the FDA are linked up and they're pushing that through. So that's exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. I can't wait to get it. Get like I don't know how big they're saying the screw, like the circle size hole.
It's only going to cut like a quarter size hole out of your skull permanently. You only have a soft spot in your head.
You won't be able to wear like a hat or bump your head accidentally, or it'll go straight into your brain.
You'll have to wear like a soft helmet, and you'll have to drive a short bus or something like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. I wonder if the video that everybody's seeing is inverted, like it is on our.
Probably. If I had to guess. I don't know if there's a way to do.
Yeah, I don't see anything where it says like invert screen or anything like that. But
also, we're trying out just a subscription only feed. So okay. Well, there you go. Maybe it's just us.
Flipped around.
So anyway, so real quick, we just wanted to tell y'all about the TexasBoys.com. Go check it out. We sell our unvaccinated honey in 1 gallons and several different kinds. And then also we have our CBD coffee over there, and that's absolutely incredible. And our Lion's Mane coffee and our native mud, and it is really, really good. And everybody that has tried our honey has really, really loved it. So I would love for you to go try it out. And we sell it in like little, like sample bottles, like 1 pound.
1-pounders, yeah.
So anyway, that is it for today, y'all, and love y'all so much. Thanks for everybody for tuning in to today's video, and we'll see y'all later.